Have a look at this. Oh my goodness. Drone shield's gone through the roof. 23% just today alone. Can you believe that? Unbelievable. Anywho's, first noticed that at $3.88, it dipped down to 3.01, which is the strongest, what we call, if it dips down to 38.2, it should shoot up, and as expected, it shot up like crazy. This is where my entry should have been at $3.73 if I took a gamble, but boy oh boy, that would have been one hell of a gamble. Let's say I risk $1,000. Yeah, well, yeah, thank God I only had to buy like $3,600 worth of shares. I think that's reasonable. I wouldn't have bought much. This is such a volatile stock, but man, 53% it's gone. That's just crazy. Very interesting to see how far this stock will go, but I don't think I'll touch it. Oh, this one, look at that, constantly going up. Here's another one on my watch list. Yeah, start to come down. You see, this is a weekly. Once this turns green, we jump in. So this is another good one, Hub 24. Min Resources, very volatile as well. Lithium stock, but I was really hoping it will come back down and test $30 before I buy back in. As I said, what we really were hoping for and the ideal entry for most of these stocks is it has one leg up, then comes back down before it shoots back up, and then has another retracement. That is pretty much what we want, but I missed this. Honestly, I would love to re-enter at $24, $25, and I would have held all the way up to here, and 43, and I would have taken some profit. All right, let's summarize today because in the earlier video, as mentioned, I got out of BVS, which is an excellent stock. Unfortunately, I made the wrong decision because on open, I saw it's at $2.82. I had like 2 full minutes to cancel my order because I had a TP at this resistance level. But yep, jumped right up and stayed up all day. Like literally, I could have sold at 305, 310 at any given time, literally all day. So this is 18% gain. So I left a couple $100 on the table. Northern Star, still a bit sad. It did hit target, but again, I sold way too early. I sold in this tier because, panicked like a moron. But profit is profit, and unfortunately, if I sold here at 23 or $22, I still would have been okay. Look, see, if I stuck to my system and I didn't let go, it's solid green. Gold is killing through the roof. I should have moved my stop loss here, and Friday is coming up, and then my stop loss is now way above my sell price. I think I sold at $20.53. So unfortunately, that's one that got away. The good news today is I got out of 2 losing stocks. Mainly is because I felt no point holding on to it. It's breaking all my rules, even though, as you can see, that the weekly has finally turned green and GYG might move up. But no, I'm not happy with this one. Mainly it's because it couldn't break this resistance level. And I'm like, who cares? So I managed to get out at 26.21, so with a very small loss of $100 something. So that's $3,000 back into the pool. And of course, good old Woolies. This has been a solid stock a long time, but I had a stop loss at $20.60 and it went past it. And I tried to get out at 20.65, missed the opportunity, it never came back up. Because price was hovering around about 26.50, but yeah, I managed to get out at $26.55. So I took a $230 loss there. All in all, I'm out of Woolies is because it's on a massive downtrend. Try to catch the falling knife, and as you can see, it's ready to turn, but when it turns, it might be 2-3 weeks from now. And even so, I decided there's no point chasing downtrends no more. It might come up here. There's a good chance that Woolies will come from here and then come back down before finally breaking, depending on how good news or if the company has any good news. So that's exactly what the stock is looking at. I'd rather focus my time and energy on, well, there you go. Medibank is one that I'm trying to get into. So hopefully it will come down to at least 50% retracement. If it bounces off here and this turns green, I'll jump back in. Small position, but manage the risk. And Cochlear, I'm I'm a bit suspicious of this. You see, I've done this a long time ago and it's very, very close to my first entry of $274. But if you look down, 78.6 is the 200 EMA. So we'll patiently wait for this one to turn green. And again, we'll take a position there. CBA, oh, overpriced. But yep, if it comes down to 160, I'll take a small position. I'd rather be on an uptrend and know that I'm following my system and then taking small punts at freaking downtrend, trying to catch the falling knife. Other than that, I'm keeping an eye on BVS. I don't think I'll re-enter. As much as I want to keep holding this stock, right? The the yeah, it's actually quite a good stock. The price to earnings low. Okay, yeah, right. I'll definitely keep my eye on it. West Farmers is not bad. It should come down, but I noticed what the West Farmers have a special dividend coming up soon too. Look at that, November the 5th. See, they had a dividend here in September and then another one. Wow. So yeah, see, holding West Farmers is great. Strong ass company, man. This is beautiful long-term company that I want to get into. So high on my buy list. Oh, this one, the biggest gold miner. Gold has gone through the roof. And look at that, first day coming red. So should I add to it? Should I buy? I don't know. Look how overboard it is. All right, guys, trying to get into this. This here is because of dividend. It's finally dropped. Well, what are the odds I can get into this one? The thing is, it's dropped 4%, so it's not exactly great entry. All right, so at the end of the day today, we ended up in the. Let me get into my portfolio. All right, so what did we end today on? 150 positive, so it's not too bad. BHP, China stopped one of their iron ore shipment, so I guess that's bad news. So I expect this to drop further, which is such a shame. Could have exited for some profit, but who's to know? So obviously, because BHP shipment dropped, FMG's iron ore went in increase, so that cancelled out. So that's not too bad. Oh, this is good news for AZJ. So yeah, as you can see, today was not too bad. And I've removed a couple of stocks. I've got this one, Endeavour, which is my top priority. Hopefully I can get out. I'm not going to add to this, and because it's only $1,000 loss, I think I can make it up in then my next punt. I say punt, but the next stock I buy, I probably can make $1,000, and then I can cancel this one out. And that will be good. This one, unfortunately, the dividend is really good. So in 1 or 2 years, if the price stays roughly the same, I'll still break even. So it's not too bad. Woodside, I'm really hoping it will come down just another dollar, and then I get to average down on this one, and I should be able to exit. Other than that, the only other major risky one is Tilix, and this one's a what we call a mixed bag. Today went up 4%, right? Most days it can come up 20%, it comes down. Again, this is a highly volatile stock, so I expect it to be, to give me heart attacks every now and then. But the rest is going to be stable, and then after this, that's it. I'm going to just try to stick to solid companies and make less mistakes. And the reason why I make these long-winded videos is so that I can concentrate and listen to myself ramble on about nothing, but then eventually, hopefully, keep focus. Well, that's the goal right there. Again, I think FMG is really heavy. I do have a sell order here, but it's going to take all year to get there. But I'll wait. I'm definitely going to wait to see if I can release some FMG. 740 shares at $23. So $3 away. It sounds like pretty close, but it needs really good news to get there. And once it gets there, then I'll be releasing a lot of capital. Therefore, I'm not so concentrated in the material sector. So look, I got a sell order for $46 for BHP too, but unfortunately, that dipped down today. Tilix 2075. I decided if it can reach there, just one more piece of good news, it will jump. Once Woodside dips down to $22, hopefully I can get in. And I do have a sell order here, which I edited today. Unfortunately, I decided I'm going to go for the weekly target. Again, we'll cover that Today we ended up with 166,000. But the most important thing is look at my cash available. I have 30 grand, which means I can actually buy proper size position with proper risk, which means if I hit a winner like BVS again or Northern Star, it'll be 2 to 3 times as much. Is because I'll be buying 17 to $20,000 worth instead of 4 or 5 grand. So imagine if BSV I had let's say 12,000 instead of four. Okay, thank you. Imagine that, then wow, that would have been 3.5, 4 grand. That would have been so nice, eh? But let's not play what if scenarios. Let's learn to trade and control the emotions.